I think what Bishop Ron Gibson was saying is that if you really, and you know, my parents,
he's
telling the truth,
right?
He's from my beliefs that because
but Deitrick said, "Show it to me in the Bible."
Exactly. But it does say adultery in there. But I think what people say, if you're gonna shack, eventually some type of intercourse is gonna happen. There's no way that you can be attracted to this man or this woman and y'all just living together and nothing don't happen.
Intercourse is not happening even if we're not living together and I'm attracted to you and we're going out on dates. You might not be staying the night, but you catching whatever you need to catch before you go home.
Why you all? Didn't we say we weren't gonna do that?
What? Oh, I ain't come for your picture, but you feel some type of way.
No, I'm just saying we don't know.
I'm just asking you, do you feel some type of way?
No.
Because I wasn't even talking about your bishop. I wasn't even talking about the church.
Okay.
I was just talking in general. But hey, a hit dog will bark.
On that note, man, y'all know. No, but I'm just saying. But
hi, I'm Denise, and welcome to the Dawson and Denise show.
I'm Dawson. What's up, y'all?
And we're here with our review for episode 2 of Preachers of LA. Episode 2, dos. You know, bilingual.
Yeah,
Miami, LA, repping
for our West Coast family as well, man. Our East Coast, West Coast.
You have what? Chicago.
Okay. Chicago. Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys, everybody who subscribed, who's hit us up on Facebook, who on Twitter, checked us out on Blog Talk Radio. We appreciate that.
The comments, all of that.
Yeah.
We just love it. We love you guys.
We're appreciative of that.
And we try to get back with every one of you. So give us a minute. Give us a minute.
And also I want to give a special shout out to Kevin from the Scorpion Show for hitting us up on Facebook and everything. We appreciate that, man. Big ups to that. And
check out their show.
Yeah, check out their show. The people who came over here who said he hooked us up with the show. We really appreciate for that. He's been like a fan of our show since we started. We've been doing this for quite, and we've been a fan of his as well. So big ups to him. Also to all of you guys. Thank you so much to John Moore out in Texas who hit us up tonight on Blog Talk Radio Show. We're doing our series on Pimps in the Pulpit. Check it out, the link below. Just thank you guys. We appreciate the love. Now let's go ahead and do the review for the Preachers of LA episode 2.
Yeah.
What'd you think about it? I took some notes.
Again, hey, I was all in. Call it what you want.
Go with Deitrick Haddon. Deitrick Haddon said he doesn't believe that he can respect Bishop Clarence McClendon after the incident they had on the last episode where, Bishop McClendon basically stated that he needs an entourage to do, the Lord's work and all this kind of stuff. And, Bishop...
And I was feeling him on that until he went to dinner with...
We gonna get to that.
With Ron.
Because what's happening is like we're seeing, all of us, we don't know him. I don't know him personally. We're seeing the side of all of these pastors that we haven't seen before. So it's kind of giving everybody like, do I really want this reality docu-series to keep going? Because people don't know what to expect. But Bishop Clarence McClendon did respond in his meeting with Bishop Noel Jones, stating that he doesn't know Deitrick Haddon, and Deitrick came across very like aggressive with the hand gestures and stuff like that. Some men are like that. If you watch the show, I do this a lot.
He called it passion.
Yeah, he called it. See, that's how I do sometimes too. And some men have that, and some women have that too.
No, when you did that and showed out, that was not passion. That was straight showing out.
When I did what?
When you had passion.
Oh, you finna put me on black?
When you had passion in Atlanta.
Don't do it. No, don't.
That was showing out.
Okay, we doing the Preachers of LA. We just talking about me.
But you just said you do it.
I know, but I'm just saying. No, that wasn't showing out. That was passion too, man. Some people have that. I have that too. So some people have that. Like you don't have your moments too.
Oh, I show out. I ain't call it passion.
Yeah. Anyways, but so Bishop Noel Jones basically told Bishop McClendon that some people have that aggressive kind of like street kind of thing. It doesn't mean they're like coming for you. It just means that's how they're expressing themselves. But that's good and it's bad because some people can't handle that. Some people think, yeah, that's like let's get it on. You like you want to throw hands, so let's do it. Pastor Jay and his wife dealing with the skater April who had the sex change. Wow, they really took it for a turn tonight, man. We definitely have to talk about this because there's so many people who are going through this in the United States, throughout the world, who
are afraid to go to church because they feel that they will be judged even more for what they did. And he just said he wanted to make sure that he gives her, gives him, David, what he now needs. And like the wife said, we just want to get her here to church and we'll let the Holy Spirit and everything else take over from there.
But we're going to really analyze this. Let's be real. I'm not judging her, transgender people who are what's that? We did a show on that years ago. Intersex or things like that, who were born with both hermaphrodites, born with both female and male parts, or transgender people. But if a person has already had that surgery, because at my church, the church I was attending in Miami, we had 2 transvestites who went there. Everybody knew they were transvestites. Some of them, you know, and it's like, you can't turn those people away if they're coming to church. And I think that's where a lot of people, well, you need to turn back to being a boy, or you're a girl, and all this. But if you've had that surgery, how do you go back and correct that? Is there a corrective surgery?
Well, why would you want to? If that's what you wanted to do, if that's what you felt in your heart to do, why would you want to? All because someone else can't take it? And like David said, it's easy for you to see my past because you know it. So that's how you can judge me. But we have people that are still women that probably had past of several abortions, but you don't know that because she's not wearing it.
Wow.
And it's not fair to judge someone because you can see it, because the scarlet letter A is on my chest.
Yeah.
So it's not fair. So like I said, why should they have to change?
But and I appreciate this episode tonight, because there are so many people who are coming to churches with sexuality issues, whether if they're dealing with homosexuality, lesbian, or not saying that, because some people don't believe that's an issue, they believe that's the way they are, but there are so many people who are dealing with stuff concerning their sex. There are people we don't even talk about people who were in incest relationships, who were molested, and people who even had their father's child, their uncle's child, and stuff like that. There are people out there like that. It may not be broadcast on the news, but this is something that I believe that I really applaud them for dealing with this. They're not running from this. And there's so many churches that run from issues of sexuality, HIV, AIDS, and stuff in the community. And I applaud the preachers of LA for bringing this to the forefront, because you may not agree with how Pastor Jay and his wife handled this particular subject, but it does bring about conversation that we could talk about this, because if you're in the ministry or in the area of helping people, you're going to run into this stuff.
And you don't know the road that led me here. You don't know the bumps and the stumps I had in the road to get here. And now that I'm here and I'm trying to do better, we shouldn't. So I love the way they handled that approach.
Yeah, and Pastor Jay's wife saying we need to get David or April back into the church and just show her the love of God and let the Holy Spirit, God, do the work. And that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Because like I said, and I continue to say, I can't judge nobody. I'm not paying your bills. I'm not telling you how to live. I'm trying to make it into, where I'm going to. I don't have time.
Like I said,
some people do.
My past might not be painted on me.
Yeah, exactly.
But we all have one.
That's it. We all have one. We all have one. All right, so let's go on and talk about Bishop Noel Jones, my bishop. I said that Bishop Noel Jones is my bishop. I consider him, somebody like his
my
ministry.
My brother was in here hype every time Bishop said something. I'm telling you, and I love it. I love it.
That's my bishop. Y'all don't understand, man. I actually live stream the Potter's House sometimes, but mostly I'm on City of Refuge on Sunday. I'm here on the East Coast, they're on the West Coast, but whatever time they come on, it's on my phone. City of Refuge night service, City of Refuge morning, Wednesday night service. Okay, his mom came by, the brother seemed a little jealous, Randy seemed a little jealous of Bishop. What did you think about that? Because you have some siblings.
Even that hug seemed fake, but see, and that was when he first entered, the hug seemed so fake.
From his brother?
Then when they were at the table and he was like, I wanted to be a pastor and I wanted to do this and you did this and you have this and you did. I was like, oh, no wonder it was a little fake hug.
Wow. Yeah, he did. He basically, you never know what's built up into a family member or a friend. People could be with you all day long.
And not with you.
And sums it up right there. So Bishop Jones was talking about, how he gets ready for a service, like with the stretches and the exercise, and I thought that was good because he preaches a lot of health and wellness in his sermons too, and I think that's very important for the church to take care of your body, take care of your fitness, and all that kind of stuff. Now, with what his friend Loretta, I'm sorry, I keep calling this lady Valerie, I don't know, Loretta stated, she said if a girlfriend is a 10, if a girlfriend is a 10 and a friend is a 1, she's a 30. And I was like, I like that. That was confidence. I like that. Because I don't know, it was something like that. I like that. What do you think about that?
Okay, that's how you feel. But is that what you're going to keep telling yourself? to make yourself feel better about this stagnant relationship for 16 years.
But they're friends. They're not into a what he's saying.
If that's what they want to keep telling themselves.
What you mean? If that's what they're...
Because every conversation is about the relationship. If we're just friends, why is every conversation about a relationship? Why do I... And if I'm your friend, I should have met your mom a long time ago because we're down like that.
Okay. Don't come for my bishop, girl. We're going to move on. We're going to move on from that. Pastor Ron and his wife, talked to Deitrick Haddon at the dinner table. They went out to dinner. And they were talking about relationships, about marriage, and about shacking. Deitrick Haddon, again, very aggressive, comes off because Pastor Ron, was saying, hey, you shouldn't be shacking.
He came for Pastor Ron, but Pastor Ron did send for him, and Pastor Ron got him right back in his place. And so that goes back to what I was saying. At first, when we were talking about in the first episode when he jumped on McClendon, I was like, okay. But now I see
it's kind of like, it's a pattern.
Yeah, it's something in him. He's so defensive, no one could say anything to him. And I guess it goes back to what you were saying, when people have bashed you for so long, you're just ready to fight. But some words are out of love, but you can't distinguish it because your wall is just already up, so you hear nothing.
Exactly, but I think when Pastor Ron's wife was telling Deitrick, calm down, hey, I think he got the right couple, to really, to deal with, because Pastor Ron from the streets, he ain't gonna let all that, that hyped up stuff. He's like, okay, yeah.
And love will conquer all.
Yeah.
Like Martin Luther King said, you cannot.
You better quote. Okay, go ahead. I'm just listening.
I'm just saying, the darkness with the darkness, they came with the light into the darkness, and therefore there was light. That's all I'm saying. And they came with love, with all that hate, and calmed him right on down.
Oh. And I don't remember the last time this girl went to church. Anyway, so yeah. Where was Pastor Wayne Chaney and Bishop McClendon in this episode? They pull in.
McClendon came in a little bit just to tell his story.
But he had some churches to attend,
He had a show to do.
He had a show. But you know what? He issued a statement on, I think it was on his website or somewhere, and somebody put it on Facebook, stating that he told his congregation kind of the backlash that, what happened from last episode when he kind of said what he said to Deitrick Haddon. And obviously, I'm Bishop Jones. That's my pastor.
Yeah,
my bishop. You don't want to defend your bishop or your leader.
Whatever character on the show,
pastor, bishop, minister. Let's have some respect.
Whatever character on this show that you're gonna relate to, you're gonna defend them.
Now that was me being very respectful, but I don't see them as characters.
Being very real. Me either, but I just said what I had to say.
I don't think they're characters. These are bishops and ministers. I'm gonna give them their title. I ain't gonna call them characters. I mean, even though it may be a docuseries of a reality show, they are ministers in churches. They have thriving churches for years, except for Deitrick Haddon. He had one and then he left. But I'm not gonna call them characters. I mean, that's just me. That's Dawson. Y'all may call them whatever you want, but I'm gonna respect the men and women of God. You see what I gotta deal with? And she just laugh for real too. This laugh is really for real. Anyway, so on this, I can't believe you, man. Anyway,
see what I gotta deal with.
But yeah, so on this next episode, they're gonna deal with the ladies' tea, Loretta going in all those different places, and the people really want to push her to be the next Miss Jones. Ms. Jones. What do you think?
I'll show you what I think, because this is the next episode. One moment.
Y'all see what I gotta deal with? Where did this girl go? What's the next episode? I don't get this girl. Real talk, I don't get this girl.
She was saying not to come for her. I don't really have my other big church hat or whatever. This is my.
Oh my God.
But she was saying don't come for her and don't assume anything. So until next episode.
We don't know. We don't know.
But we do appreciate you all.
Oh my God.
And thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
And we really love you guys.